Hi everybody, it's Janice Thompson here from Jazzle Dazzle, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Today I've come to show you a really exciting project. One of my fellow demonstrators has organised this video hop to show off the Christmas set that Stampin' Up have released early for us. The set is called Carols of Christmas, sorry. I'll pop this. I'm just going to pan this out so that you can see it. The whole stamp set. I'll just turn it that way. I'm sure you can see most of it there. Sorry, I've gone a bit quiet. Sorry for that. Okay, so that's the stamp set. If you see, there's two great big stamps which have the sentiments of peace on earth and deck the halls on. We've got a little deer, we have some holly, we have poinsettia leaves perhaps, some baubles and some stars and other little decorations there you can use to build up a Christmas picture if you want. And along with that they released as a bundle, and as you know, if you buy a stamp set and a thinlet set or a stamp together as a bundle, you get 10% off the price, which is a really good buy. So we have this thinlet set called Card Front Builder. So I'm going to use one of the dies from this today to make the project that I'm going to show you in this video. Okay, lots of little bits that you can build up a card. We've got sun and moon. Again, we've got the deer, which can cut out your stamped deer or just a silhouette one. We've got trees, baubles, the holly leaves, poinsettia leaves, and we've got little corner pieces to build up poinsettias. And then we've got this lovely frame, almost Art Deco in its style. We'll see what we can do with it. I've used it. I saw it as an Art Deco style frame, and that's how I've used it in this card. So I'll just pop them away just now. Now, just to keep the video short, I have prepped quite a lot of this card that I'm going to show you how to make, but I will give you, excuse my arm, I will give you the measurements at the end of the video. Okay, so here is the sample card that I made for you. Just a simple, I've been asked quite frequently for male orientated cards at Christmas. The last few Christmas I've always been getting asked for male orientated ones. So I thought I'd start my Christmas projects this year with a, not necessarily just for male card, but a male orientated, kept quite simple, but still has a Christmas look about it. I have used the Be Merry designer series paper, which is in the main catalogue at the moment, but the stamp set and the die set is available to you from today. And you as I say, Stampin' Up have released it a month earlier than the rest of the Christmas things, so it's quite exciting. You can get your hands on it right now. If you want to go to the link for my shop, then you know, I'd be delighted if you wanted to buy it from me, or click on any of my contact links if you have any questions regarding it. So what I've done today, I've done this one as a sample, and I've prepared one in a different colourway, still using the same DSP, and the colours in that designer series paper, I'll just pop that out the way, is Garden Green and Cherry Cobbler are the two main colours in that DSP. So what I've done is I've cut a piece of A4 card in half lengthwise and folded that in again, and that gives me my base card. Then I've cut a piece of our beautiful gold foil card, which again is available in the main catalogue. I've cut that at 10.1 centimetres by 14.4, and then I've used the border die that I showed you earlier. I'll just take it out again to show you. this die here, and I've cut it once and then I've cut it twice at this end. So it really gives quite a nice border. And I'm sure there's lots of other things you can do with this die set. I think your possibilities are endless here. But I just thought I'd just keep it simple. Then I've cut a piece of the designer series paper with a piece that's mostly garden green. But on the other side, as you can see, it's got cherry cobbler and garden green and whisper white. So again, you can make some quite traditional Christmas cards using this paper. But I'm just going to mat and layer mine up like that. And I cut that piece. Wait till I find my measurements. Where have I put them? Why does this always happen when you're... Okay, yeah, so I've cut the designer series paper 12.4 centimetres by 8 centimetres, and as you see, it fits quite nicely in the middle of the border there. I've cut a piece of whisper white card 7 centimetres by 5.5 centimetres for this stamp, and this is the Deck the Halls, and I've mounted that onto a piece of gold foil which is 7.4 by 5.9 centimetres. And I've also using one of the mini tassels which you'll find in the main catalogue, which came in the bundle of the Eastern Palace bundle that I got earlier. So again, if you want to have a look at that, it is in the main catalogue. I have done quite another couple of videos using this set, so you know, have a wee look at my back videos to have a wee look, or on my blog if you want some ideas about the Eastern Palace set. So basically all I did was then just mat and layer all of these up together. I did have a strip of gold card to just mount the tassel onto the, so I just cut a very thin strip. That I don't really have measurements for it, I just did it by eye, and that'll stick underneath like that, so that can hang. So if you just bear with me, I'll stick this all together. I'm going to use my favourite wet glue, which is our multi-liquid glue made by Tombow for Stampin' Up. So if you just bear with me, I'll just quickly mount all of this up. Of course, as soon as you want to do a video, it sticks. But we've got it. I really like this wet glue. It gives you a minute or two as well to make sure you've got everything lined up. So glue on. Quite difficult for me because I'm trying to not get my head in the video. It'll just take a minute or two to dry. I'll get the glue onto the, very quickly onto the designer series paper. We demonstrators shorten designer series paper to DSP, and occasionally I will slip into the jargon, but I am aware that some of you are brand new to Stampin' Up, so I'll try not to use too much lazy jargon. Our designer series papers, if you haven't had a look at them, they are towards the back of the main catalogue and they're absolutely beautiful. Most of the ordinary designer series papers are double-sided. We have some speciality ones which are single-sided. So there's that mat and layered up. Then I just need some dimensionals, which I laid out and then I've lost. Never mind. Here we go. So just, you don't need too many dimensionals. These are the best dimensionals I've ever come across, and I've been card making for quite a lot of years, probably about 10 years now I've been card making, and I've tried all different brands, and to be honest, these are the best, and I'm not just saying that because I sell them. They really are. They're just right height, they're light. The backing comes off easily, which isn't always the case. And then I don't even know if I'm out of camera, so I'm just putting some glue on the card, aiming that about the middle. And I'll just look on the other side. Yeah, that looks central enough. And then we'll just pick off. Oops, sticky hands, but it does just peel off. I'm just going to pop a dimensional either side of the foil strip just to keep it all together. So try and keep in shot. I'm still learning. Every time I set up my camera it's slightly different. I haven't really got the ideal spot or settings sorted out yet, but I will. I do thank you for your patience and bearing with me while I learn all this world of videos and blogging and learning lots of different technology while I go. But I am loving all my Stampin' Up products. And how fab is this, getting this set released a month early for you? As a demonstrator I was able to access it during July so that I could prepare something to show you ready for it being released to all our customers. Right, so just again using your eye, line it up where you want it, and there you go, the mini tassel. And a very simple card, looks different to the one that I showed you, that I did as the sample. And then this morning I made up another one in completely different set. I used in colours for this one and some of the Eastern Palace Designer Series paper. So here we go, we've used Tranquil Tide and, oh my goodness, my names are, I'm terrible at this, but from the Eastern Palace, I'll just have to borrow, and Fresh Pig. Okay, Tranquil Tide and Fresh Pig, and a lovely Tranquil Tide tassel from the set. Okay, so have a look below. A lot of my colleagues are taking part in this video hop, so the links to their pages will be below this video. Please subscribe to me if you haven't already subscribed, and if you would like to purchase anything, I'd be delighted, or ask any questions, I'd be delighted to be your demonstrator or just to answer your questions about Stampin' Up for you. Thank you very much for sticking with me. Enjoy your stamping.